Right, there you go.
Great. Well, good afternoon, everyone. Today, I announce with profound gratitude and deep appreciation the retirement of a longtime public safety champion and esteemed leader of the Anchorage Police Department, Chief Michael Curl, who will be departing APD at the end of this month for a long-deserved retirement. Chief Curl came to me last December and told me he would be retiring this year. So I was immediately filled with sadness, both for myself and the Anchorage Police Department, as he has been an outstanding leader and valuable asset. But I'm also felt immense joy for him because after nearly 28 years of service, he certainly deserves this retirement. Chief Curl's journey in law enforcement began almost 28 years ago when he joined in the class of 96. Throughout his career with the police department, he has held positions in patrol division, special operations, crime suppression, and as deputy chief until he took office as chief on February 1st of 2022. Chief Curl has demonstrated remarkable leadership, integrity, and commitment to public safety, and his contributions have helped shape policing in this city and in this department. During his 2 years as police chief, he led, During his 2 years as police chief, he led APD's deployment of naloxone to equip officers with the tools to help reverse opioid overdoses. APD expanded its mobile intervention team from 1 to 6 teams aimed at responding specifically to mental health emergency crises. APD's digital evidence management system was upgraded to include full implementation of body-worn cameras for officers with daily contact with the public. And he focused on violent crime and drug distribution rings that resulted in a reduction in violent crime and increased drug interdictions. Chief Curl's contributions to the Anchorage Police Department will have a positive, lasting effect not only on our officers, but on our community at large. As he embarks on his new chapter of retirement, I am pleased to announce the appointment of our new police chief, Bianca Cross. With more than 26 years of experience in law enforcement, Chief Designate Cross brings a wealth of knowledge, expertise, and a deep commitment to community policing. She has been serving as captain over the detective division, and she has demonstrated outstanding leadership and compassion in overseeing critical investigations ranging from homicides to cyber crimes. Her dedication to treating everyone with dignity and respect aligns perfectly with the values of the Anchorage Police Department. Chief Designate Cross's accolades speak volumes about her dedication and passion for serving others. She is a recipient of the 2020 Alaska Association of Chiefs of Police Officer of the Year and the 2018 Anchorage Police Department Leadership Award. Her leadership qualities, coupled with her educational background in criminal justice and business administration, make her the ideal candidate to lead our department into the future. I'd like now to welcome Chief Designate Cross to say a few words.
Thank you, Mayor Bronson, for your kind words and for entrusting me with this incredible opportunity to serve as the next chief of the Anchorage Police Department. I'm deeply honored and humbled to follow in the footsteps of Chief Curl, whose dedication and leadership have left an incredible mark on our department and our community. Chief Curl, your legacy of commitment to public safety will continue to inspire us all. To the men and women of the Anchorage Police Department, I am eager and excited to work with you to uphold our mission to protect and serve our community in the most professional and compassionate manner possible. Together, we will continue to build trust, foster partnerships, and ensure the safety and well-being of all residents in Anchorage. I'm committed to leading with compassion, inclusivity, and transparency, and I look forward to collaborating with the community members, stakeholders, and elected officials to address the challenges and opportunities facing our city. As we embark on this new chapter together, I'm confident that with your dedication and support, we will continue to uphold the proud tradition of excellence that defines the Anchorage Police Department. Thank you.
I have the utmost confidence in Bianca and her ability to uphold the proud tradition of excellence established by Chief Curl. Over the next few weeks, Chief Curl will be working closely with Chief Designee Cross to ensure a smooth transition until his last day on April 30th, when Chief Designee Cross will assume command. And I once again want to congratulate Chief Curl on his retirement. I have to say, I might even miss his daily jokes, which not everyone always laughed at, but we're going to miss him sorely. But Bianca is certainly the right person for this position and at this time. So I think now we'll just take a few questions.
I'm curious about the timing of the appointment. You're in the middle of a runoff election, and Chief Designee Cross could be out of a job in a couple months if you don't win re-election and Suzanne LaFrance picks somebody else. I'm curious why now to appoint a new police chief?
Because Chief Curl is going on a cruise. You can't have a department without a police chief.
Okay, I'm just curious. I've been told by APD officials that Chief Curl was waiting until after the election to retire. So were they wrong when they told me that?
There was an election on last Tuesday.
There's going to be another one in a month, though.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know how to answer the question. The timing was determined by Chief Curl going on vacation or retirement, excuse me.
What kind of involvement did the unions have, the police union have, in the decisions made here?
None.
Emily?
Sure. Who will be the deputy chief? Have you made a decision there, or will Deputy Chief Sean Case still be serving as deputy chief?
Well, this thing today is an announcement of the chief of police, and those announcements will be made later.
Generally, these promotions happen, like deputy chief is promoted just in the past to the chief position. Why is this happening, the deputy chief not being appointed into this position?
Well, we've actually brought sergeants up to be the chief of police. I think we all remember that. We brought others up, so that might be the very recent history, but we're not compelled to abide by that. We're just not. I picked the best people, the best person for this job, and that's all this is about.
I want to follow up on something that you said in your statement that the chief told you he was going to retire this year.
Mm-hmm.
And then in answer to an earlier question, you said, well, he was going on vacation after an election.
Do you want me to get in there?
So why should...
Yeah.
Well, this isn't... As much as I appreciate the retirement question, this is a different question for the mayor. Sorry.
Okay.
Given that, and given the timing today in the middle of what will inevitably be a runoff, why should voters not see this as somehow political more than a vacation issue?
They can see it however they want. It seems like there's a line of questioning that's creating an agenda here. There is no agenda. The chief told me in December he's going to retire, and there's a cruise involved on this, a month-long cruise. So this was planned on his part. I think I can spill the beans on that, right? And so you can't have a department without a chief.
You didn't think about the politics at all?
No, the politics don't figure into this. A department has to have a chief. So we're going to have a chief.
Do you think the public will see it that way?
I suppose it'll depend in large part how you write it. But I will make this. This is my decision. I've made it, and I stand by it.
And will you be the one choosing the deputy chief?
Bianca and I will be making those decisions.
Any other questions?
How did you make your decision in choosing Bianca?
Well, I had a lot of time, so Chief gave me a lot of warning here. So I went to rank and file police officers, and I says, "Hey, someday who'd make a good police chief?" Her name always kept coming to the top. That was a big part of this decision. Then there's aptitude, there's resume, there's all that, and she just kept coming to the top.
Will Ms. Cross be the first?
Captain
female-
Cross, yeah.
Yes, Captain Cross will be the first female chief of police in Anchorage. Is that accurate?
Yes.
So
Yes.
a historic appointment. Can you tell me a little bit more about Captain Cross's background in terms of what she's done in the department and her history before coming to the Anchorage Police Department?
Yeah, Mayor, we'll have Captain Costa.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you. So I have been with the department for over 26 years now. This is the first police department that I've worked for. Before this job, I worked in insurance. That was my latest thing before I joined the department. I have worked in patrol, but the bulk of my tenure has been in the detective division. I have worked as a sexual assault detective, as a property crimes detective. I supervised both violent crimes units. I've worked as a negotiator and an instructor in a couple different things throughout the department. So I've been across the board with the department, but largely in the detective division.
When you hear the line of questioning and the kind of the assumption or the presumption that people say this is a political move, what is your reaction to that?
I'm actually not surprised by that, but frankly, I have been with the department for years. I have worked hard to get through the department as has everybody else. I accepted the position, but the mayor made the determination to ask me. So.
Can you talk a little bit about what your priorities would be if confirmed by the assembly? What do you think are the big things the police department really needs to focus on?
Initially, we just need to focus on the important things, which is making a transition from Chief Crow's retirement into my tenure as chief. And I'm going to stay with that. I'm going to focus on that initially. The department will work its way through things. We know obviously some issues are going to come up. We have issues with homelessness and crime in the city. So we'll stick with the basics initially, and then we will work our way through and find a plan for everything else.
Are there things you'd hope to implement? As someone who's worked there for about 28 years, I've worked in my job for 8 years, and I think there are lots of great ideas they could be doing. Is there anything you hope that the Anchorage Police Department could move forward on?
Right now, I don't have a priority on the ideas there, but one thing I'm lucky is I have a lot of experience on the department, meaning the people that I work with, and they have ideas, and working together would be our best bet to make sure that we work for the community and the department.
Is this a day you ever saw coming?
Actually, no. I did not have a goal of being the chief of police. I have been working through the department. I've accepted positions as I've seen fit because of the work that I like to do. I like working with families. I like working with people on a one-on-one basis. But this is an opportunity that is hard to pass up. I enjoy everybody that I work with at the department, and I hope to continue that.
How would your plans with dealing with the homeless crisis be different than they are now?
So in my current position, I don't deal a lot with the homelessness crisis. I'm going to have to be more educated on what's out there. I have started talking to members of the department and have started my own process of research. So I really can't answer that right now. I can just say that it's going to take a lot of research and it's going to take a lot of cooperation with the community.
You grew up in Anchorage.
I did. I'm a graduate of a local high school.
I know which school.
Which school?
Service I.
Service.
Mm-hmm.
Emily, go ahead.
Yeah, you said you worked in insurance before becoming a police officer.
Yes.
What made you decide to change careers?
A ride-along, actually. I rode with an officer, and that night they had an emergency situation. They had someone who ended up holding to an apartment with a gun, threatening other people. And really, it was the teamwork. It was everybody drop what they're doing and come to the scene to help that officer, those officers. That was the icing on the cake for me. I like the teamwork. I like the collaboration. And the fact that everybody came to someone else's rescue is appealing.
Last question. Do you see like the social workers having a place within homeless crisis? Like, should they be part of the solution?
I think it's a mistake to rely solely on the police to deal with any kind of social, mental crisis. So social workers should be there to help us out. I mean, they are part of the community. They understand. They see some of the same people that we do. So there's absolutely a place for them.
Okay, go ahead.
Sorry. Mayor Bronson, you said that decisions about the DCs would be coming later. Is DC case still with the department?
He is.
Yeah.
DC Case is still here.
Yeah, he's still with the department.
Has he been asked to step down?
No.
I'm hoping I could just ask Chief Crow to reflect on his time as police chief, and if there's anything you'd like to say.
No jokes? All right.
You can tell the jokes if you'd like.
That's right. It's not appropriate. So I just want to explain how it got to this point. If you know me, this is no surprise that I'm leaving April 30th. Anyone who knows me has known this been my plan. In 2021, when the Mayor Bronson got elected, I was a deputy chief and I had a couple months left. I was wondering if I was going to make it to 25, which is a big point for PERS. He let me stay, and then look where I am 2.5 years later. The mayor has asked me constantly if I intend to stay if he gets selected for a second term. He's been asking me for almost 1.5 years, and I've told him there is no way. I might look like I'm 20, but I'm actually in my 60s, and I've been counting on leaving. It's my 30th wedding anniversary in 2 weeks from today, as a matter of fact. I can tell you as a police officer, I've never called in sick once. I've never taken a day because I've been injured. I cash in most of my leave. I don't take my leave. And I've worked a lot of overtime. I've given so much of myself to the city that I promised my wife that for our 30th anniversary, she would actually get the same amount of effort from me for her that I've given to the city and before this, the military to our country. So we saw an opportunity. We saw a cruise that was leaving on May 1st, and I would have normally stayed until July 1st, until the next 3 years would start if the mayor got reelected. But because the cruise, the combination of our trip is 27 days long, it just made sense to retire on the 30th of April and then plan for someone else to come in as interim chief. For the difference between 1 and 2 months to me didn't make any difference. And I didn't want to announce this prior to the election. I was hoping we wouldn't go to runoff, but obviously we did. But my plan has been, ever since I booked this vacation with my wife for our 30th anniversary, to leave on April 30th. And the mayor's known it for a long time. Anyone who knows me has. There's nothing simpler except I want to give to my wife what she deserves, and that's more of me.
Thank you, everyone.
What will the timing be for confirmation?
We will put Bianca forward to the assembly. That's more of an HR question. That's more of a question for HR. You know, some of our confirmations, you know, we put forward pretty, you know, quickly. Some of them we're told by the assembly don't bother that's happened quite a bit. Just don't even bother putting someone forward. We anticipate this one to be pretty quick. So.
Use the term interim, you use the term designee. What's the appropriate way to refer to you?
We had a conversation about that. Yeah, what's that? It's designee is the right word.